Hi folks, Pete here from Ashton's Cars. Today taking you around a 2010 Renault Scenic. It's the 1.6 petrol, it's the TomTom edition, so it's got the sat-nav built in. Quite a nice spec car these, they're good value for money. 5-seat MPV, it's not the Grand Scenic, so that's the 7-seater. This is just the standard 5-seat Scenic, which is big enough for most people. Good for a family of 5, there's actually 5 proper seats in there. You can get your car seats in nice and easy, and you know, they're just a great all-round family vehicle. Also very popular with people who, you know, might want a little bit easier access into the car because they've got quite a high sort of seating position in them. So as you can see, this car, it's in very good condition. It's in metallic black. The car has come to us from a local owner. We sold the car previously, and it was an older chap who owned the car, and he's now retired from driving. So he's looked after the car really, really well. As you can see from it, you know, it's not your average 2010 Scenic with such a low mileage, only 62,000 miles on the clock. You'd expect it to be good condition, but it's actually fantastic. He had a nice driveway where he lived, so the car was never left on the road. And, you know, that goes to show, I think, in the condition of it. It's not your average 2010 Scenic. Just coming around the back of the car, it's got the reverse parking sensors, but it's also unusually got front sensors on it as well. I don't think all of these had front and rear sensors on this year, so quite a high spec in fairness to it. So it's got the front and the rear sensors. It's also got the cruise control on it as well. I'll show you how that works in just a second. But as you can see, overall, a couple of little light marks, but this is pre-valet, and obviously we will be getting those fettled and sort of polished before the car goes anywhere. There's not really any sort of marks that would really show up on a viewer. Let's have a quick look inside, because these cars really are about the interior. Now, first of all, it's got a key card ignition which looks like this, and the good thing is that it's keyless essentially. If I go and grab the handle now, it unlocks because I've got that in my hand. So that's great. I can just chuck my keys in the door, or you might choose to keep them in your pocket or your handbag. And there we have a really, really smart interior. It's quite a nice spec, this one. It's got a few extras on it. It's got this control panel here and the armrest, which you can actually move. It's on a little, there's a lever here somewhere. I can shift this back and forth, and I can move the armrest forward to have a bit more comfort for myself. 6-speed manual gearbox. It's cruise control, as I said. That's something that is a godsend on these. And it's got the TomTom sat-nav on there. To start it, I put my foot on the clutch and I press the button by here, and there's the startup sequence on the car. As you can see, Renault TomTom comes up. If that's flickering on your screen, it's because of my recording equipment, not the car. So please be aware that you might see some flickering on there, but it's not actually the car doing that. Okay, so we've got a few things to show you on here. Let's have a quick look at the map first off. Nice colour screen map. You can change the colours on it. There's a few different modes if you want to do that. I've got cruise control switches on my steering wheel here. The aircon on it is blowing ice cold, which is just as well because it's actually a lovely day here today. So I've got my aircon on, I've got the cruise control set, and the car is a car I'd happily drive to Scotland and back, quite frankly. It's just so comfortable. I'm sat up high, I've got a great view of the road, I've got a nice clear display on the dashboard. Might seem a little bit zany at first that it's digital and that it's got all these bright colours, but it's so clear. You know, I've got my speedo there and a little rev counter in the middle. Give it a little rev now for you. I've got my cruise control. I can set to whatever speed I want it to do, and I'm not going to be breaking any speed limits, and I'm not going to be getting in any trouble because I can just set that. I find that a real godsend these days in an age where we've got cameras on every single interchange on the motorway. So what else can we tell you about the interior? Well, it's comfortable. The seats, as in most French cars, are very well designed, give you plenty of support. The car has got full electrics, front and rear electric windows and mirrors. It's very, very well equipped, quite frankly. It's got the USB and the aux socket there. I've got Bluetooth for my phone. I feel comfortable and happy in here. A couple of weird but neat features that you get in these is there's a mirror by there to spy on your rear passengers. If you see, ideal if you've got young children, so you can have your main rear view mirror and then the sort of one to keep an eye on the kids to make sure they're not punching each other in the back. Altogether, it's just a very well thought out car. Type of people that buy these generally have either got families, or they tend to be older people who tend to want to take the grandkids out, which I think was the case with the previous owner. So they're perfect for this. I'll leave it running quickly and I'll just show you how it is in the back. One thing, I've left that running now, and listen how quiet it is. Because it's the petrol, it's the 1.6 petrol. They're very, very smooth. And to be honest with you, in my experience, almost as economical as the diesel anyway. Now I'm going to sit in the back of this one. I don't normally do that, but there's so much room in here. I'm inclined to do that, and I do sit quite far back in a car, but I've got loads of knee room in here, so I'm quite comfortable. Shut the door. I've got little sun blinds that come up, which are great. I've got a good view. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm slightly higher than the front seats, and that means that I've got a really good view out. And if you've got kids who suffer with travel sickness, well, that's really good for them. I've got even little picnic trays that fold out. You can tell from the wear in here that the car's not done a lot of mileage. It hasn't had a lot of wear. As I say, it was only for the grandkids, the back of the car, and I don't think it was something that was used that regularly. Thank goodness for that. I had a bit of a panic then, thinking maybe he'd left the child locks on, but he hasn't, so I can get out. That's a good start. Otherwise we'd have had a slightly premature end to this video. It's a nice looking car, in all fairness. Okay, it's not going to set the world on fire perhaps, but it's got satin silver door handles on it. It's got a smart set of alloy wheels. If I'm being picky, there's a little bit of corrosion on those alloys. That's to be expected on a car of this age. And there's a couple of very light scratches in the direct sunlight on that paintwork, but if I give this car a good mop and polish, they'll be gone. I think that these 2010 Scenics were probably one of the nicest years they did, because they had all the extras put on them by this point, and they also seem to have sorted a lot of the earlier issues from the early Scenics. They've got very good reliability rating, these cars have. And it's quite a nice looking car, in fairness. So, if this is something that's of interest to you, my number, 07932 873 646. The car's available for national delivery. It's free within 150 miles, but we will have to make a small charge thereafter, but it's nevertheless national delivery wherever you are in the UK. And happy to take part exchange. So let us know what you've got. Give us a ring. We'll be happy to value your old car and put together a good deal for you on the Scenic. The number one more time is 07932 873 646. Please give us a like and share out this post, and please feel free to subscribe to our channel for more updates. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of stock in at the moment. There's quite a lot of videos up online. Have a little look, see if there's anything that takes your eye. Give us a call and we'll be happy to tailor a deal to yourself. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you look after yourselves, stay safe, and we hope to see you very soon. Thanks very much.